So these are two instruments to go into your soil without digging a deep hole. So this is a really interesting one. You just have to put it as deep as possible.
Yeah.
Deeper, 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 deeper. Pull it out, and then you can read, for example, the first 20-30 centimeters, which isn't a lot, but you can look at the different layers. For example, now this is only the top layer, so you're not a lot with this information.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see that the first 30 centimeters homogeneous, which is nice. You can go deeper with digging a hole or using this, how do you call it, a drill?
A drill? Yeah.
Would you call it a drill?
Would you?
You turn it around?
No, you wouldn't call it a drill, but I guess it is a non-mechanized drill.
The second tool goes a lot deeper. It can go 2 meters if you use an extension. But what you do with this one is you turn it around while pushing it into the soil, so you can try it. Turn it around while pushing it. See, it's quite hard, eh?
Yeah, I love the way you say that in a way that looks like it's not hard at all when it is actually
No, it is really hard. I know it from experience. Sometimes we use 2 people to do it together. So if you want, I can show you what the next step is.
Yes, I think.
You then pull this bit out. Oh, it's really hard. And then you put it like this next to the hole, and then you will recreate the soil layer. All right, so then you put it back in and you do it all over again. So you go deeper and deeper, and a little bit further. Put it out again. Up, 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 up. And try to do it as fast as possible. So you see, a Foodforest designer needs to be in good shape.
Yeah, or if you weren't in good shape before you started, you will be afterwards. That's really clear.
Yeah, I do not go to the fitness afterwards. Ooh, oh my God, I'm feeling like King Arthur now. All right, so what do you see, dear Katrina?
Ah, different soil now. No.
Yes.
Yes.
You have to smell it. What does it smell like?
It smells like clay.
Clay, all right, it's possible. There's more like clay fraction. So how do you know it's clay or not?
You did tell me that, and now I'm not a very good student, am I, today?
So there is a test called the donut test.
Ah, the donut test, that's right. If we can do a donut, it's clay.
Yeah. So we're gonna make a sausage, then turn this sausage into a donut.
More a croissant, I would say.
Croissant test. Yeah, maybe it's healthier than donuts, more European. And then
okay, you're really trying to do a donut. Okay.
You see, it's not really, it's falling a little apart, so it's probably partially clay, partially loam.
Okay.
So
it's got a mixed identity.
more clay than it used to be.
More clay, absolutely.
And mixed identity.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not going to go deeper than this because otherwise I'll be too sweaty.
Your arms will fall off.
And my arms will fall off.
Perhaps you will exhume things that we don't wish to. Who knows?
Right, let's pull together.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Voila.
Okay.
And then we have the next layer. We see that it's going from dark to more pale, yellowish. If you smell this one, have you ever been to Iceland?
Yeah, I have, long time ago.
Have you been in one of these hot springs?
I have, long time ago.
Do you smell the resemblance?
Yes, I do.
What does it mean?
Sulfur? I don't know.
Sulfur, exactly.
Yeah.
So, sulfur, you would say, what you smell in a hot spring, it's anaerobic bacteria. Bacteria that live without oxygen, and that's what's happening here. So there is not a lot of oxygen left here, so it's more anaerobic, but you want aerobic soil. Okay. So you see that the plants can have their roots until here and be happy. Here they're not so happy anymore. Okay. So what we can do is build up the soil. Yep. One of the things to do is with, for example, a kind of U-man's plow. It's a kind of plow where you put like these knives into the ground and just cut the ground to cut this compacted layer if they have plowed, but also to make the soil a little higher,
Okay.
and that the roots can then grow the soil from down upwards.
Okay.
At the other side, you're also building the soil from upwards,
Top down.
downwards,
Yeah.
top down,
Yeah.
with leaves falling down, with mulch putting
Yeah.
on the ground, stuff like that.
That's
So
interesting.
you can do it both directions.
So you're fortifying it and you're building it
Yeah,
up in different
exactly.
ways, top down, bottom up.
Yeah. So
Okay.
with this kind of plows,
Yeah.
the humans plow.
Yeah.
You do not turn the soil, just cut the soil. You could do it once the first time.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who are doing it every year.
Right.
So it depends on how good or bad your soil is, and how much you like those mechanical solutions.
Mhm,
But because it's again a tractor, and those tractors are still mostly powered by diesel, you have to decide whether you want worms to do the work or machines doing the work. I prefer worms, but it's not bad.
Maybe worms on machines, Louis. Now that would be something, wouldn't it?
How would we do that? All right, so you can do this like to go much deeper and
Yeah.
see much.
And really see the even of what's
Yeah.
happening there
Yeah.
to a
Go-
greater depth.
Go
Yeah.
2 meters deep. In
Yeah.
the winter, you will be able to measure how high the water table
Mm-hmm.
is. You have to check it. If it's higher than 60 centimeters, so if you can go 60 centimeters down without reaching the water table, that's good for
That's
trees.
good. Okay.
If it's too high, the water table, then the trees might die off because the roots cannot handle too much water. For example, apples, they really do not like
Right.
it. But willows, for example, you can put it almost in water. So
Yes, hence seeing weeping willows by the edge of
yeah, exactly.
by the edge
So
of rivers.
depending on how high the water is, again, detective work,
Yeah.
you can choose the right plants.
Okay.
So now we've done a lot of detective work. I think it's time to do some design work. Are you still up to this?
I'm still up for the design. Well,
All
I feel
right.
we have to complete this journey.
Of
Absolutely.
course.